Two, one. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the first edition of Talking the Fast Lane's brand new show called Live at First Spin. We're really excited about this show because I have the guys from Hurricane joining me here live to discuss their brand new album, Reconnected, which releases tomorrow. So, you as a fan will have the chance to listen to this new music live before it hits tomorrow. So, it's going to be a great show. We give you the opportunity to call in, ask your questions, or jump into the Facebook chat to ask your questions there. We have so many things that we have going on, and this is going to be a great show. So, well, first off, I want to welcome the bass player for Hurricane. This guy's one of the founding members. I've been listening to them since 1986. Tony Cavazzo, welcome to the show, Tony.
Hey, thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for doing all this.
Man, it's great to have you here, man.
Yeah.
This new album, Tony, I mean, we're all really excited to hear it. I've heard it. Obviously, you guys have heard it many times over. But tell us just a little bit about Reconnected and kind of how all this got started here, real quick.
Well, it's a long overdue album from Hurricane. Everybody was just too busy to do it. We didn't have the right singer for recording the album. And finally, we got Dan on board to do it with us. And we just started writing during COVID for it. We started writing. There was nothing else to do. So we just wrote. And we did it all remotely, in everybody's own individual Pro Tools studios or whatever they have. And we were emailing it all back and forth. And that's how the album was really recorded. And that's the modern way of doing it, really. It's much more fun going back into the old days, where you actually are in pre-production in a room with all the band and you're working and, wood shedding all the parts out. But this, you don't have to leave and go anywhere. You can just do it at your own leisure. And it worked out really good for us. And that's how this thing came about. We decided to use the name Reconnected because we're actually reconnecting with the audience and also connecting with new fans, which is what we hope to do as much. So, that's where the title came, Reconnected. And, we got Khalil from Escape Music Ltd. To sign the band. And, my wife, Mel, she manages the band, and she negotiated the contracts with both Escape Music Ltd. And Deco Entertainment, with Charlie, which will be joining us at the later podcast. But Khalil will probably be here on this one talking about it as soon as he can get on. Dan, our singer, he's on a ship in the Mediterranean right now, so he won't be able to join us on this one, but he will be able to join us on the next one. So that's where we're at right now. The album is the hardest part about doing this album at this point is waiting for it to get released. We can't wait for tomorrow when it gets released, and we want to see how it does. We're all curious to see what it's going to do, and we're all hopeful. We're all confident that it's going to do well. So
I think it's going to do very well. I mean, just listening through these tracks, it's a. What I like about it, I think, Tony, is it still has the classic Hurricane style.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could feel that, that you guys have gone through these stages, and it brings so many different elements to this, with Dan on vocals and Mike on drums. I mean, I think these guys are a great fit for this band, with you and Robert.
Of course. Yeah. Well, we are who we are. And, Robert and I, we've always, done things a certain way. We've always we're always on the same page as far as the writing and the music goes. And we're fortunate to have Mike Hansen and Dan Schumann on board with us because they are the perfect fit for this band. We are so excited to get out there on the road and tour around with it and see what happens.
Yeah, I think you guys are going to be excellent live. I mean, just seeing the footage that I saw and hearing this album, I'm looking forward to it. Been getting a lot of good feedback too from everybody that's
great.
heard and the singles and all. But Hey, we're talking about Mike Hansen, and he's back in the lobby right now. So let's let him in here to join the fun.
All right. Hey, Mikey.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Thanks for
Mike.
joining us.
What's up, man?
Hey, not
What's
too
going
much.
on,
I'm
man?
your first guest.
Yeah. Well, I'm here too,
That's it.
So do I have to slide anything over?
No, you look
No,
good.
we can see perfect. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I see John and Tony, and then I'm on the corner up right hand side.
Yeah, on my
Yeah,
thing, you're in the middle, so it doesn't matter as long as we can see you.
Yep, that's it. That's it. As long as you're in there, man, that's
Yeah.
the way it should be.
So
I can
am
see you on the.
Okay, so I only see two people.
Yeah, me and John
Yeah,
is it. That's it
Okay,
right
I just
now.
wanted to make sure. I've
Yeah,
never
That's
done
Dan,
just
this
us.
is
before.
unavailable for this morning podcast, but and
Who
Robert,
is?
Dan is unavailable. He's on the ship in the Mediterranean right now.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's cool.
So he's unavailable. Robert, he's going to probably be joining us as soon as he can get hooked up, and Khalil's going to be here too. Mel's working diligently on getting them hooked up. So
All right. Can you see me okay?
yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right now, you could see us. You just get on the Talking to Fast YouTube channel, and you'll see it live. And Mike, I was just talking about the brand new album, Reconnected. And you guys know my fantastic record. I mean, I huge from back in the day, but hearing this new, it still has that classic sound. What's your thoughts on Reconnect coming in and doing this, first Hurricane in 20 plus years?
Yeah. Are you asking first?
Yeah, he already asked me, but he wants to hear your take on
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm playing catch up for a minute.
it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I was getting flustered. I'm not a techie guy, so it just gets me a little bit like anxiety. So I had to pop a couple of Valium. So I'm cool now. No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. No, Reconnected. Yeah, 2 years in the making. A lot of hard work by everybody in this band. We've never done a remote situation before, so it was kind of learning as we go to do this. It's not like we were up and running. Like some bands been doing this for a long time, remote. So this was all new for us. So we're. Is there supposed to be a delay on this? Because I have a delay.
There
You
might
know what?
be.
You might have. You might see if there's
I
additional
have an
setting on there
echo.
for echo.
On my end?
What it is, there's an echo on your end, yeah, on the
Yeah,
echo.
echo cancellation.
Where do I hit?
It should be on the right side.
I see the triple dot. It says
might be it right there.
slider. That's the wrong one. Yep. Hold on a second. I never been to this forum before. Okay.
Yeah, we've never done this. Is all new. The whole thing is all new. It's never been done before.
No, it's not,
That's it, we're
giving me
winging
that
it.
option, guys. It's not giving me that option. But it's
me see
okay.
if I
I
can-
can handle it.
Let me see if I can
Check.
find it here, Mikey.
Check. I think.
We
Yeah,
can
when
hear
I
you. We can
pick
hear
it
you
up, it's a
perfectly.
delay.
Yeah, I can hear you good. There's no
Okay.
delay on
Okay,
our end.
don't fix. Okay, just leave it
Yeah.
alone then. So 2 years, I've never done a remote album before, so it was a little bit of trying to get everything kind of like put together between the four of us, how we were going to tackle this, and an outline, and then we got really good at it, and then we just started passing files back and forth, and it takes like a lot longer to do things than being in a room together because the decisions have to be obviously made after an email is sent. So it took a minute to do that, and that to me was the hardest part of doing the record. I mean, doing the record is fun, and it's easy. It was all the computer challenges that I think that everybody had to deal with more than.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
not a
All
techie
bands
person,
now,
so it was hard for me too. I mean,
right?
I'm used to doing
It's
everything the old school way.
that groove. That's what all the bands are doing now. Everybody that I talk to, it's they save like a lot of the vocalists. I always see guys have things on their iPhones and different pieces of songs and stuff. So it's a
Yeah.
tech world, and I guess we got to adjust to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Sorry if my eyes are watery. My allergies are really bad. Another 115 day today.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Wow, that'll definitely wake you
Yeah.
up there, Mike.
Yeah, no, I mean,
So
I
guys,
hope I don't look like doesn't look like my eyes are closed, does it?
No.
no.
Okay. Because
Yeah, we can see you
I
good.
can't see shit. I can't see anything, man, because I have so much water in my eyes. It's like if you took off your glasses and you're trying to look at a lens, man. I'm just.
That's why I always wear shades, because I have allergy problems too, and it just hides that a little bit. So
Damn, my eyes are like looking at deer in headlights right now.
yeah.
Woo!
And that's it.
Hello.
That's all that studio light. Well, guys,
Yeah,
all the fans are excited about listening to the new. Let's play a song for them.
Yeah, let's.
I got first on my list. I mean, we got a nice list here, but the first song I want to drop is "Don't Change Your Love." Now that's track 6 from the album. One of my favorite songs from the album. It's tough when I look through that list. Which I have a favorite one day and then a different one the next. So it's but let's give this a whirl. This is an excellent song. You guys will like this style. It's it's a good heavy driving song. Excellent chorus, as these guys are known for. So let's roll in with this one.
Yeah, man. Put that needle on.
That's it. All right, we're loading up right now.
DJ John, I want to call you now.
I don't know if I want to take on that moniker yet, that DJ P.
Well, you got 8 shirts, so you can be DJ.
I don't have the smoothness.
You get there.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you like a sidekick, some little guy like the John morning or something. Yeah, I like your shirt though. AJ Piero, man, one of my favorite drummers.
Yeah, he was a super nice guy. We met him after we drove. There was a fair here in Pennsylvania, like in the middle of the state. So we drove 3 hours. Sister, because I hadn't seen him in and fortunately we had a chance to meet AJ out, signed autographs and got pictures and everything. Great guy,
dude. That guy was an underrated drummer, man. I'll tell you, because when we came out with Queensryche, John, the bass player that plays with Disturb, also with AJ. Side project was called Adrenaline.
Right.
What was it called? Adrenaline. And I got the tracks.
Yeah, that's it.
Record. What is it?
It was. I'm trying.
Adrenaline.
It was Adrenaline. That was definitely it, though. It was Adrenaline something.
Yeah. So I the whole album before it was even released on the tour bus. John, the bass player from Disturb, was on the bus because subbing Rudy Sarzo, and he's like, "Check these tracks out." And I was listening to AJ play, and I'm like, "Damn, I didn't know he could play like that." And he was like fast double bass pedals I've never heard. You don't hear with sister songs, man.
Right.
Yeah,
you heard more of the older stuff like Cities and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, underrated drummer, man.
I agree. All right, let's see if we can get the track rolling here, guys.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm gonna drop it to live here.
I still feel the passion, Lord. I still taste the sweat, yeah. I try so hard, it's not to say what you. Don't change it up, babe. I want you to say I'm not playing games. Don't change it up, babe.
Great song.
That was a high scream at the end of it from Dan.
Yeah, boy,
Hey.
he's up there.
I'll tell you what, just listening through this whole thing, and the things that the guy does is amazing. I mean, he's a great fit for this band.
We love
I mean,
him.
He's fantastic, and he's on a ship in the Mediterranean. I mean, what more could we ask for than a lead vocalist, huh?
Yeah, well, he's working. You know, he does the rock vault thing on that. I mean, not the rock vault, the Tenors of Rock. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know why the Tenors of Rock? Because it's 12 miles away when it sound good.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a joke, man. When somebody said they sing tenor, I said, yeah, you sing tenor 12 miles away, baby.
He's good. I mean, he's going to be one of the up and comers. I mean, when people start really hearing this album and this guy, and he does it live too.
Yeah, no,
he does.
He's a badass. Yeah, he's a badass.
Well, we haven't seen Khalil yet. I know he's going to come on here. I'm waiting for. I haven't seen him come on to the show yet. In order to invite him.
Yeah, him being all the way in the UK, it might be difficult for him to connect. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen him come on yet. And then when he does, we'll be able to invite him in.
Yeah.
To see what he's up to.
So, how many can you see all of us? Where? Because all I see now, first I got Tony, but now I only see you.
I could just see you and Tony, Mike. That's
it.
Oh, you, John. I don't see Tony. Do you see?
Yeah, you're breaking up on me on my end, Mike. Your microphone, anyway.
Yeah, Mike's breaking up on my end too.
Really, I have full picture.
The picture's fine. It's just the microphone.
Oh, do I need to find something?
Let's see if we can find something to set it.
Check one.
This is all new.
You can hear him. It was good in the beginning there, Mike, and now it just cut out a little bit.
Wow. Can you
Are you on Wi-Fi or anything?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on. Everything's clean on my.
We're getting him on a little bit of delay there, Tony. That's it.
Yeah. It might have something to do with it.
Check one.
That's what happens with these live streams.
Oh, yeah. You never know.
Always something, yeah. Mike, see if you have something on there for echo cancellation. There should be something that sits in there.
But I went down the bottom where I can speaker. It gives me slider, speaker, or grid. Okay, I got grid fit. I can see Tony. But it doesn't talk about the speaker. No.
Yeah, on mine, it has on the upper right-hand corner has echo cancellation with a little thing you press. And I'm surprised you don't have that yourself.
It might be. Mike, are you on a phone?
I'm on an iPhone.
Yeah, he's on a phone. I think that's what the switch up is. That's why we can't see the.
Well,
let me see if
on the next two later up onto my laptop then.
I'm trying to expand his frame and see if I can fix any of that echo. I don't think I can fix.
Yeah.
But let's keep rolling.
All right.
On here. Khalil has a favorite song, so we want to hold and wait for him to come on so he could do that announcement. But let's talk about where everybody can get this album, guys, where we can pre-order it at.
You can go to our website, which is hurricaneofficialrockband.com, and all the links are there to pre-order or order it. it's going to be released tomorrow. You should be able to get it all in all the streaming services as well. So
Yeah,
starting tomorrow.
just go on our website. Links are all.
Yeah, you get two good links to. I mean, you get Deco Entertainment, you get Escape Music. You know, if you're in the UK and Europe, those guys will handle you there. Deco is US. Is it all North America, guys, or just US?
No, so, Deco's got deals with South America as well. So we're expanding down there through Deco.
That's Helion, right?
Yeah, Helion Records is
Helion.
a Brazilian record company.
You guys posted that the other day, so you'll be able to get this everywhere. Just get on the hurricaneofficial.com, everyone. Deco Entertainment Music, they'll have you set. Well, we got the other founding member, guitarist extraordinaire. He's here. He's here.
Oh,
Robert Sarzo. Let's get him on.
all right.
Let's see if he's coming up here. Here on us. We'll get him on here.
Okay.
Khalil.
Oh yes, there you are. Hi.
Khalil,
Hi.
Hey.
How are you doing?
how are you, Khalil?
Hi.
Hi, Khalil. Hi.
Welcome to the show, Khalil.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, of course. We wanted to invite you. Of course.
Absolutely.
That's very
Absolutely.
kind. So what's
Hey,
up,
we have
guys?
we just announced the the links to where everybody can get the music at, and we have you on here, and we know you have a favorite song, so we're gonna let you announce your favorite song. I know that that Mel let me know what it was, so hopefully we got the same one on the list.
Well, every day I change my mind.
It's the same. It's the same with me.
How about the whole album? Yeah, I mean, my favorite song is "You and I," and also "Wishing Well." They are just
Yeah, those are beautiful. Wishing Well, especially, is a beautiful song.
yeah. I
Great
mean, I
songs.
just love the guitar. The arrangement, and it's just like whenever I listen to it, it just like is heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I absolutely love it.
That's really the
Good.
best way to put it.
Yeah.
Khalil, it's nice to have you on. Everybody, this is Khalil Turk. If you didn't hear the beginning here, he's the owner of Escape Music, the guy's label. This is over in Europe, correct? Or is it UK?
Yes, yeah, we are based in UK, and we've been in business for 30 years. That's a long time.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. That means you're doing something right.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so. I mean, we do. I mean, my label, that we only release one album a month, and we concentrate on it, and we push it, and we take care of it. It's just like the album becomes our baby and our family, and
Right.
it's not like many other labels. They intend to release 10, 12 album a month. It's just like just another fish in the ocean.
That's right.
What
It's
kind Are we?
I didn't catch you. What did you say?
I said, Khalil, what kind of fish are hurricane fish are?
Well, hurricane would be a big shark in the water.
that's it. It's the Great White. That's it. That's
Oh,
it.
Yeah. Great
This
white.
album is that. So let's Turk, one of his favorite songs.
Yes.
Listen to this, guys. Hear this.
That sounds great. That's
You and I were never gonna make it. Truth and lies conspire to a life
Great song.
That's
That great
you and
choice,
I.
too.
I just love the riff on this song, and the rhythm section also is so tight, and Robert's guitar solo is just like having orgasm.
That's it.
Robert's a mad
What better way to
scientist.
put it? That's it. That's it.
That's
No,
funny.
no, I mean, truly, when I heard the song for the first time on the demo format, and I said to Andy, the engineer, I said, this song is a great killer. Should be a hit song, and especially playing it live. It's so catchy and well written, and I really like this song a lot.
Yeah, we like it too. Can't wait to play it.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said to Melanie, my next plan is to make a video of you.
Oh
and
yeah,
I.
yeah. We're hoping for that.
Yeah, but the problem, because it's summer holiday in Europe and everybody goes on holiday. I mean,
Yeah.
like my video maker he's been away with his family for now almost 6 weeks, and you can get
Wow,
hold of
nice
her.
vacation, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
That's a real nice vacation.
Yeah, because in here it's school holiday.
Yeah.
And we all go away abroad. Yeah, I mean, I'm just really hoping that he comes back, and I'd like to make a video of you and I.
Yeah. It'll be great.
Yeah, man.
That's a great song.
Yeah, I like it because it stays in your head, and it's just like you can, sing along, with it, and it's memorable. It's just like something that you can always remember.
Easy
Yeah.
to remember.
That's right. That's right. Well, that's what the great songs are all about. When you have that running through your head for a long period of time, then you know it's a good song.
Yes. So, I mean, which song is your favorite? May I ask you which song is your favorite song?
That's a good question. There's so many. I mean, I still think that listening through everything, I think Behind Your Shadow is still my favorite.
Yeah,
If I had to pick one.
Yeah, that's a cool song. I really like that song.
I think,
Yeah.
but if you listen to this album, it like Khalil said, it's hard to pick one favorite because it's a diverse album with sound wise. I mean, you hear, like Don't Change Your Love, upbeat, and You and I, has that feel, and then you have Behind Your Shadow, which has a little bit of both. It's
It's a dark
it's
tune.
it's
It's a
a
dark.
yeah, exactly. Like it's
Robert, I can't hear you. I
Oh,
mean,
can you hear me?
That's
no,
Mikey. He
I
keeps
can't hear
breaking
you.
up.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, breaking.
Robert, I can't hear you.
All right. Say nothing.
we
Yeah,
heard Mikey in the beginning, and now we can't hear him.
Yeah.
No,
Mikey, see
I mean,
if you could drop out of the studio and then come back in. And let's see
Okay.
if that works.
Okay. So,
That way we can figure out what's going on. Maybe.
let's get rid of Robert.
Yeah, that was Mikey,
So,
the drummer, Mikey.
Yeah, Robert came.
Robert's not with us yet.
I invited him to come up, and he didn't come back. We'll continue to wait on that.
Yeah,
But
he'll
anyway,
join
Khalil, I mean,
eventually.
I think it's nice to have you on. I mean, having it's been for and successful too. You do the business, with very hand, and you
That he
and you
does.
take these bands. I ran a small record label 7 years, and we kind of had that same philosophy, and it's great to have it that has that, and I can tell that these guys appreciate it, and I wish you nothing
right.
but man?
Well, I don't know, but I to celebrate the 30 years, I released 2 of my own album. You know, Turkish Delight.
Oh yeah, they're great too.
You know, so I mean, the second volume 2 just came out in June, so I have 2 of to celebrate 30 years. I have everybody on the album. You name it, they're on the album. I'm working on volume 3 now.
Yeah,
Nice.
a lot of
Now remember-
lot of notable musicians.
Yes, and as a lot of well-known musician on the album, you know, that I've been friend with 30 years, and yeah, I mean, I'll try to do my very best for this genre of music. You know, I mean, it's a passion, you know, to be involved with guys like Robert and Tony. And I've been fan of Hurricane from day one. I remember I was in LA when the first EP came out, and I was in Tower Record, and I just picked it up. But I didn't know who they were. You know, I liked the cover, and because those days they were really, you know, fashionable to have a big hair, which I used to have a lot of hair. It's all gone. Yeah, I picked up Hurricane long time ago and was a fan of Hurricane for many years. You know, so it's also it's an honor to be working with these guys, you know, after all these.
It's an honor for us too, Khalil.
Yeah, it is. It's
I
a
You've done a
honestly-
band.
fantastic
There it
job
is, guys.
with it.
There it is.
Yeah, this is the very first
That's,
album of Hurricane I bought.
Yep.
Yes, with Kelly Hansen.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that was the very first. I picked it up in Tower Record on
Yeah.
Sunset. That was when I used to go to LA. You know, Tower Record was my pilgrimage. You know, I used to spend
That's it.
hours just.
you could go in there and spend hours in there.
Yeah, I mean, I met lots of guys from there. The guys from King Cobra. Even I met Axl Rose before he became famous with Guns N' Roses. I don't know. He will remember me now. And
Yeah.
he was at Tower Records, and he was you know, like nobody, you know, when they were forming Guns N' Roses. And I think I just took a few minutes to speak to him, you know. But I don't think he will remember because he's now big.
Testing 1, 2.
Hey, now you're better.
There
Are
he
we
is.
good? How's that sound?
Yeah.
Is that Mike or Robert?
No, this is Mike.
Oh,
That's
I thought
Mike.
it was Robert.
Robert's not with us yet.
All right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Mike. I thought it was
No,
Robert.
no, it's okay. I have blonde hair.
It's hey, Robert's here right now. Let's let him in.
He doesn't talk with a Cuban accent either.
No.
Robert, you finally made it.
There is Robert.
Robert,
Hi,
hey, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. How are you, John?
Good. How are you?
How are you, Robert?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
Thank you so much. I'm so pleased to be here with you guys.
Robert, we listened.
Yes.
Mike. So
Hey.
good to see you all.
Yeah. You look like you're getting tanned.
Yeah, I'm over here in Catalina Island, and
Yeah.
it's beautiful out.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
Look
it's
at
just
that.
I'm on the
See, look
rooftop.
at that.
Yeah.
You got Mikey in a Mediterranean, Robert here,
Yes.
and we're all in the studio, just wishing that we were there.
Yeah.
I wish you guys were here too. So what's going on? Where's the party?
We've already played a couple songs.
Yeah, we played a couple
What
tracks
did you
already.
play,
And,
Tony?
Don't Change Your Love was the first one, and then Khalil's favorite, You and I, for the second one.
Okay.
Might be doing Behind Your Shadow next because that's John's favorite song.
Yeah.
I have
What do you
attitude
think,
to that.
John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, hey, we got. Let's let him throw out. I know you're in the band.
You know, one of my favorite songs is what's in. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you
Okay.
now.
It's interesting because I've been asked that before. What's your favorite song out of the album? And it seems like the last one that I probably recorded is my favorite because it's the one that's getting played the most, also, which is Rockstar Cheater. And so the other ones go back further, months and months further from the recording. So, but I like them all.
So we could
Can't wait to
select
play
one
them.
here. We'll just. How about Innocent Girl? You
You can
guys up
play
for
it,
that one?
girl.
Yeah.
So let's do that. This is Innocent Girl, track 5, Reconnected Hurricane.
It's been an hour since 9. She checked her makeup by the vanity. They changed her clothing 10 times. Fed the kid where your daddy be. I can show you your life. Let me sing you your life. I can show you your life in time. I've seen the world right through your eyes. I can show you a world you were an innocent girl in time when there was a time. The wind blew cold at the park, a dark and lonely 57th Street. She works long hours so hard, tries to convince herself that's all she needs, but she knows that it's wrong. Let me see you alive, I can show you your life in time. I've seen the world right through your eyes. I can show you the world you were an innocent girl in time when there was a time. Whoa, precious angel spread her wings. She lost her grip on everything. She could still shine if you just dream me again. Outside the leaves swirling wine, the sirens wail just like a symphony. Then watched the film of Monroe. Woke up later, cried herself to sleep. Does it have to be so? Let me sing you your life. I can show you your life in time. I've seen the world right through your eyes. I can show you a world you were an innocent girl in time when there was a time. Let me sing you your life. I can show you your life in time. I've seen the world right through your eyes. Let me show you a world you were an innocent girl in time when there was a time. Let me sing you your life. Take a walk through your life. Take a walk through your hopes and your freedoms. When the rain's so clean, there's always someone watching you.
Guys, what's funny is when I got up this morning,
Whoops.
when I got up this morning, this song was running through my head, "Innocent Girl." It's this album, it's really good. I mean, it's what melodic hard rock should be. That's the best way to put it. I mean, you guys defined it here. You know, you take it from the early days up until now, and just a fantastic job on this. Everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Put a lot of work into it.
Let's get Robert
Yeah.
back in here.
Yeah, Robert, he left for some reason.
I don't know.
Yeah, I brought him back in, and then I don't know where he went. Here he comes right now.
There it is.
There
He's
he
letting
is.
up. Hey, Robert.
Sorry about that. It seems that it says it's recording into my phone. And my
I think
storage, it says low device storage. Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
that's it. We tried to balance it between phones and laptops, computers, and get everything right. And it's that's the way the streaming is, especially live stuff.
And this is all experimental. You know, this is the first of its kind. So
We're winging it with this.
yeah. Yeah.
Robert, we just and that's another great song. I mean, you guys, like I just said
Thank
it
you.
a few minutes ago, all across the board. This is a great album. I mean, it's what melodic hard rock should be. It defines, you know, from the beginning all the way up until now, and meets everything in the middle. It's what it should be. It's just a great album all the way around, guys.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
bud.
And then Khalil too. I mean, what you guys do to market this stuff? You know, we
I mean,
continue to share the links and everything. Just an excellent job, my man, for what you guys do up there. It's very much appreciated.
I mean, we try our best. I mean, like in 30 years, you know, I become very friendly with all the media, you know, classic rock and power play, disc rock, Sweden rock, all the major magazines. They are a friend of mine, and I mean, whenever I have an album, I mean, they got an interview with Sweden rock, with Rocket in Germany, and Fireworks, and I'm working to get the classic rock interview taking place and some online. It's just like you know, trying to push it, you know. But you see, they each month there is so many releases coming out, you know, like 30, 40 releases, and the magazine they only, you know, pick, you know, the one they like. And but with me knowing them, I always try to push it, you know, like come on, if we have only one title, you know, you can do it, you know. So
Right.
I mean, they respect us for doing that, you know.
It's a
That's
tough
what
business.
I mean, you build. It's a relationship, just like it. You guys are doing it right. That's for sure.
Yeah, before we used to send the album out, you know, to all the media and well in advance, like online on radio stations, but used to leak out. I mean, before the album was out, like everybody had the album, like it was just like done nothing. So now I keep the album, you know, like I you know, send to all the magazine, hard copy magazines. And then on the digital, I will send the day of the release. I send the album out to all the, you know, online magazine and to all the radio station. Because, you know, when you have a big data, like we have more than 600 plus people on our data for promotion, and sometimes, you know, it leaks out, you know, so that's why I have to be really careful when to plan to send out for the, you know, the rest of the media. But all the hard copy magazine, they get it in advance, you know.
See, that's good. That's always great to hear. I know everybody's gonna you guys are gonna get a lot of excellent feedback on this. I mean, just some of the people that have heard the singles that I know, and they're really happy about it, and they really like Mikey's fit as a vocalist on here. I think he fits you guys perfectly, and I think he brings that he kind of brings that younger element to it too. You know what I mean? He has that vocal range. It's just blows you away when you listen to him. Like, man, this guy is He's a
He can
perfect
sing
fit,
for sure.
no doubt. Robert,
He's
I got
got
to
a
give you
modern look
kudos.
to him and everything.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, modern
Robert,
look, modern sound.
the solos too on this album, man. You know the feeling like when I hear that solo on Innocent Girl and the stuff that you're doing here, man. It's I just give kudos to all you guys for what you do for this, because it's a it's a great listen all the way through.
Thank you.
You want to pick something different?
Yeah, let's look at another one out here. Oh,
About
let's go with this one, guys.
Disconnected.
Yeah, we could roll with that.
It's a great
Let's roll
song.
with that. Well, tell us about this song,
Well,
guys. Let's get.
Disconnected. It actually has a lot of components of parts that I have actually written. Like when I was 17 years old, the break in the middle, during the pre-solo. That's an old piece that I wrote on piano when I was 17 years old, and
That's
I've
cool.
been saving it. It just fit just right. So, but I'm bowing the guitar again. On there's a lot of guitar bowing in the song, which I will be doing again. And we were doing that also live. Hurricane. So yeah, I like the song. I think it has a lot of
I do too. It's got a
darkness
good
to
vibe
it.
to it.
Right.
Yeah, it's a fun song.
How about you, Mike?
Can you hear me?
I can hear
You
you.
can't hear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Answer me the question again, because I was trying to figure out why it didn't sound like I could hear you. Somebody called in my phone and disconnected my I couldn't hear any of you.
That's what the song
We
is
just
about.
wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
they
with
called
disconnected.
disconnecting. Yeah, I got disconnected for a minute. Now I'm connected.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what it's about.
It's about modern technology for real. And swing it to the left, swing it to the right. That's what we all do with the phone, swinging it to the left, to the right, going from one thing to another. The modern song.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's definitely relevant now too.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, disconnected from the connected. This is the first time everybody's going to have a chance to hear.
Swipe it to the left, swipe it to the right. Who's gonna be my lover tonight?
That's
Really cool song.
Disconnected. That's
That's
a cool
it.
song. Really dark and, you know, psychedelic.
I agree. I agree. I think we lost Mikey's voice again.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
can't
we
hear
did.
Mike. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, guy, you don't mind if I apologize because I've got a meeting with the Fireworks magazine regarding the festival with
Okay.
Bruce Lee. So I have to
Nice.
love you and leave you because he'll be because we're gonna having the festival next year and
Okay.
finalizing the acts and because he's got few acts that he would like me to go through with him because already Hurricane is being confirmed, Eclipse being confirmed, many big names. It's just like few more that I'm having a meeting at 7:30. So
Okay.
I to that. You don't mind if I
No,
leave?
no. Thank you for joining us, Khalil.
It's a
Yeah, thanks
pleasure.
for joining us, Khalil.
It's a pleasure. But I really hope to talk again soon.
Oh, yeah, we will.
Okay.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Thanks, Khalil.
talking to you, John.
Thanks,
Nice to meet
Khalil.
you.
Thank you. Have a great
Okay,
rest of the
bye-bye.
day.
Bye-bye.
See you, Khalil.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we can bring Robert back on here.
Where did he
We
go?
lost him for a minute.
There he is.
There he
He's at
goes.
the bottom of the screen.
Hey, Robert. Yeah. Now he's back. Can you hear us? Robert can't hear us. Mikey, can you hear
Yeah.
us?
Yeah, we can't hear
Mikey.
you, but we can't hear
Yeah, we
Robert
can't.
either.
Tony, I'm guessing it's because it's a cell phone related thing. We're on
Yeah, if they're
computers.
both on cell phones, that might be why. Well, I'm on a laptop, so
Yeah, me too.
it's probably a lot better.
So I'm guessing that's why we're getting the cutout.
Yeah. No, I can't
Yeah,
hear
we're
you. I
still.
can see you fine, but we can't hear you, Mikey.
Yeah, his picture's clear.
Yeah.
There's Rob. Yeah, I think I don't know if we can hear him or not. Yeah, Robert, we can't hear either.
Yeah, Mikey left. He might come back. It worked last time he came back.
Yeah, we heard these guys before, and then they cut out.
Yeah. Yeah, Robert's probably on his cell phone as well.
Yeah, he is. I let him know we can't hear.
Yeah, we'll have to
Yeah.
get that fixed for.
Well, if everybody gets
For the
on a
second
laptop,
piece.
it might be better.
Right.
Khalil was on a laptop because his was fine.
Yeah, we didn't have any issues with him at all.
Yeah.
I think that's the key.
Well, Tony, while we're rolling here, let's drop another song on everyone.
All right.
First off, Hurricane Reconnected, August 25th, which is tomorrow. Definitely want to get this album. It's a great album. Deco and Escape in the UK, Europe. Get on Hurricane official site, Hurricane Band official, right, Tony?
Yeah, that's right. Hurricane Official Rock Band.com.
You guys will be able to get everything there. The vinyls, the CDs. The guys have signed pieces too, which is really cool. Let's talk about that, Tony, before we play
You
another
get a
song.
bundle from Deco Entertainment. It's all on the links on the website to order a bundle. You can get like a autographed pictures, guitar picks, T-shirts and stuff like that will probably be coming soon through them. And I'm sure you can pre-order those. Along with the album, the actual LP, and a CD as well. It's a package that they're selling, so it should be pretty good little package that people can order.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on there. I mean, you could get different vinyls, different packages. I mean, you guys, you have a guitar pick with one, signed pictures, the band. I mean, there's a lot of good things on there, and it's a, not only do you get those things, you get this great piece of music that sits in between all that stuff.
Right, right.
So that's
You
worth it
listen
in
to
itself.
Upload it on your phone if you want, or it'll all the music will be available on all the streaming services. And if you want to buy the copy, that's fine. Buy the copy. The copy is the best way to listen to it, though. The LP, especially if you have a turntable and a nice stereo, that's the best way to listen to it, because there's something about LPs that make music sound better.
I agree. And it's the whole package. It's a piece of art.
Yeah.
Open it up. Not only listening to the art, but look, the inserts have, and the thank yous and the lyrics and all that stuff is just great stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, Tony. I look at the list here, and let's go with "Blind Love." That's another great song. I mean, this is this album. Everything that I look at, I just want to play it, and let everybody listen to it, because it's another great song. Let's get Robert back on here, and then we'll drop "Blind Love" on everybody. There he is.
You hear us, Robert? We can see you. Barely. Yeah, I can barely hear you. You're like real distant. Turn your volume up on your phone.
See, we could barely hear you, but we could see his picture's perfect.
Yeah.
It might be a little better there.
I don't know if they hear me or not.
Yeah, we can now.
Yeah, we can hear him now.
No.
Yeah, we heard him for a minute.
Yeah.
Picture's good, and then now we can't hear him. Yeah, we could. Excellent picture, but no volume.
Do sign language.
That's it. Well, hey, all he has to do, I mean, his guitar speaks for itself, right?
Yeah.
That's all we have to say. We just listen to his music, and he's present no matter what. But let's give "Blind Love" a shot here.
Sure.
Tony, this is another great song. I mean, we look at this list right here, and it's always great to listen.
Just to prove to you how I feel. It doesn't
Blind Love, everybody.
That's a great song too, Tony. Hey Tony, I wanted to ask you, and for the people that are listening in, how did you guys go about getting Mikey into the band? I mean, what was the process? Just to let everybody know, because I think, like I said, I think he's a perfect fit.
I met Mikey when we started actually rehearsing. I think Robert met him at this open mic jam that Mikey was a part of, and Robert went down there and they started talking, and we were looking for a drummer and a singer at the time, and he met Andrew Freeman and Mikey on the same night, and we got together with those guys and played, jammed, and formed the band. And our first show was at the House of Blues in Hollywood with that lineup. And we did a couple of 2 or 3 shows like that. And then Andy got the call from Rock Vault and he went with there. And then in the meantime, Robert left to go on tour with Queensryche, Jeff Tate's Queensryche. And he was gone for close to 2.5 years. And at that point, I got involved with doing tribute things, Aeromyth and the Creedence thing that I do. And and that became my focal for a long time. It did. And then we just started recording this album, and this is where we are today. It took a long time because everybody was just busy, and the other reason is we just didn't have the right singer for the band. And we got Dan, and that kind of like secured the band the way it stands now. So that's where it is.
That's a cool story. Always hearing the background of how things came together. It back with with new music after like I said, when he put when you see that, what it stands for, and I think that says a lot about you band. I'm not saying but don't carry power. You obviously back then. It's now and what you did and how it is.
Yeah. Back in those days, we created a hardcore cult following. We got a lot of airplay for a long time, and then when our Enigma Records, they went belly up and kind of left us holding the bag, so we couldn't get another record deal, and that's kind of when everybody just started doing their own thing, going different ways. Kelly Hansen and Jay Shellen, they recorded the Liquid Fury album after I left the band. And after that, Kelly went on to do the Foreigner thing, and he's still doing it to this day, and kudos to him. It's a great gig. And then Jay, he was playing with Asia and playing with his, I think his band was called Problem Child, something like that. And then he ended up with Yes, playing with Yes, and he got that gig probably through Asia, I would imagine. And he's doing that. They just released a new album now. It's got coming out. It's already out actually, and he's on it. So they'll be touring all over the world, I'm sure. As well as Kelly, and we hope to be doing the same. So,
right, and we look forward to it. I know that Khalil said a few things. You guys get some festivals rolling, and
he's been talking about that. So
we're for a tour here in the state.
We'll be doing stuff like that. I think we'll be able. I think we'll be able to get on some of the big festivals like Rock Timber and maybe the M3 Festival again. Those kind of festivals are what we like to do, and we do well at those. We'll just see. A tour, it's so hard to tour these days because it's so financially expensive. So the money's got to be right for us to make it worthwhile going out there. So we come home not broke, or in debt. That's what we don't want to do. So You know, we want to make sure that we make enough to sustain ourselves while we're gone.
Things that the bands have to go through, stream
Sure.
a little that is now, you know, the was the foundation. The band's on tour, and you guys know.
Yeah, it's all gone now. You know, you're pretty much on
Right.
your own. You know, you don't make any money off streaming. Not not enough to speak about, but you know, in my opinion, the artists are getting screwed. You know, on the streaming thing, and it's a great platform to promote yourself, but you're not going to make any money off streaming. So
Right.
I'm hoping that artists and, you know, the government or whatever will kind of say something about it and pass some new laws to protect artists and musicians, because that's what we need right now. You know, there's really not much of an industry anymore. It's everybody's kind of on their own.
It is a shame.
We need that industry back.
We do, and we need it back soon. Here, let's see. We got Mikey out here in the lobby. Let's see if
Can
we
you
can
hear
get him
me?
back.
Oh, way better.
You can hear me now?
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. You got your laptop, huh?
No, dude, I couldn't open it back up. I went on both of my laptops, and when I opened the join the thing, it was a blank page. It just wouldn't go anywhere. So I'm back on my phone.
Yeah, it looks like you're in
He
a
sounds
different
perfect,
spot.
though,
Are you
yeah.
outside or something?
Yeah, I'm out of the basement. I hate to say it
Okay,
like
maybe
that.
that.
That's it.
It's better now, maybe or something.
Yeah, I just went up to my
Perfect.
bedroom, man, up there.
Yeah.
So you guys are in my bedroom now.
Now you're coming out
Look
of the
at that,
closet instead of the basement.
Yeah, what more can we ask for? Yeah.
I mean, shit, man. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize.
Well,
for
that's
checking-
topic for a different podcast. So
Yeah, I don't
That's
know
it.
what's happening.
That's-
We'll talk about when we get off this podcast. We'll talk. You know, let's call each other and figure something out here. I don't know why my
Yeah.
laptops won't join in. I don't understand.
well, you're good now. So
Okay.
you know, when we do this again, you just do what you're doing now.
Yeah, well, I got to figure it out for the future. But okay, whatever, right?
Yeah, or
That's
whatever. As long as it
perfect.
works.
It's perfect.
Yep.
Hey, we just we were
Did
just
I
talking
did I
about
miss all the dancing girls or something, or what did I miss?
yeah,
No,
unfortunately.
no
yeah.
dancing girls, not yet anyway. But
Okay.
now
That's
we
a
played
later
Blind
show.
Love. Yeah,
Oh, cool. I love Blind Love.
yeah,
That's a
we
great
played that
song.
song.
That's actually one of my favorite tunes.
Yeah, it's a good tune.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of substance to it. You know, like if you
Yeah.
really listen to the way it formulates and builds its energy through the tune.
Yeah, and all the key changes, it goes higher and higher at the end.
Yeah. It kind of
It's
takes you
very
somewhere.
cool.
Yeah, you're waiting for it to take off like a rocket, you know?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I hear when I hear that song, and it's just everything that you guys just said. But it kind of reminds me of something that, you know, that it could have been taken, you know, with the fun times of the '60s, and kind of
Mhm.
brought up to here. It has such a good vibe and a good feel. You know, it's a good song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Oh, yeah.
that's all attributed to us being around during that time and listening to that kind of music, the 60s and the 70s music, which we all enjoy still, you know, and 80s music. We all listen to that. And that it's an influential thing to listen to that kind of stuff. And it influences you to write something like that. And that's a song really that Robert and Dan wrote. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's their song, and it's a beautiful song. It's a great song.
Yeah.
I agree, guys. All right, wait. Let's roll on. I mean, we got more to listen to.
Yeah.
Oh
And-
boy.
I
Hey,
know.
is there any bonus tracks on that record?
I wish there was. I wish there was. Unless you guys are hiding something from me.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
The wizard always has one more thing hidden, always, right? You know.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. I figured that at some point. Well, we talked about this song earlier, and this is my favorite song on the album, "Behind Your Shadow." And
Yeah.
I when you guys sent me that, you know, the EPK, and I got to listen to, you know, just those little pieces, and I heard that song just I don't know, it was just one of those ones that hit you, and it just kind of it made me realize about how much I love this band and what you do, and that song really tied it in. So, tell us about that song, guys. I mean, what's the background on that song? You know, what's it about, and what's your take on it?
Hey, Robert, I mean, Tony, you can handle that one.
Yeah, well, the song was really written a long time ago, back in the 80s, with Kelly Hansen was in the band. And we had a different drummer named John Shear, an English drummer, before Jay joined the band. Basically, the song in Robert's, see, I look at it differently than what Robert looks at it. He looks at it as a we're not going to be behind the shadow of our famous brothers anymore. You know, it's about that. That's how he looks at it. But to me, it's about a relationship that people just kind of get too comfortable with, and they take each other for granted. And to me, that's what it's about. It's like, you know, for people that have been married for 20, 30 years or whatever, and they just, you know, there's no passion left in their marriage, or that's kind of what it's about. If you listen to the lyrics, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, it's a deep song, and it's let's listen to it. I mean, it's you know, it's something,
sure.
like I said, I love listening to this album. I mean, there's so many.
I perform kind of I kind of take a different approach on the drums on this one too. I do more of an English backbeat, you know, which I don't know if people know what that means, but you know, British people play a lot different than American people do.
Yeah, especially drums.
Yeah. And they call it the English backbeat. Like you listen to like John Bonham, you know, guys like, you know, the British guys, they, you know, Cozy Powell, right? You know, guys like that. They play kind of more behind than they play on the beat or on top of the beat. You know, they don't push. And they really put a lot of, by playing behind the beat like that, it gives you a lot of air between the notes, which sits right for this kind of song. You know, and it's not about playing a lot of notes, you know, it's less. If you listen to how I'm playing the ride cymbal on this one too, I'm kind of giving it a lot of space, you know, so, you know, and in the pocket, you know, so keep that in mind, you know, that's where, and then Tony and I just lock, you know, we just play more behind and give it that kind of like that hesitation where it's kind of just getting to that next note, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what you'll feel on this tune if you pay attention to that. Yeah.
That's cool to hear, Mike. Thanks for that input. I mean, that describes it extremely well.
Cool.
Excellent take.
Well, enjoy.
Yeah, let's give this baby a listen.
Dreams of yesterday, just dreams
Now
Great
that's a
song.
deep one.
Yeah.
That really is. And Mike, like when you said and everything in that song and how you play it, that's I mean, to explain it that way, I didn't understand it. Now I understand it.
Yeah, you know, like at the beginning too, where you hear like this hi-hat where it goes right as the end, kind of like when we're getting into the verse of the tune. A lot of people back in the 80s used to use what they call a reverse gate, right, Tony?
Yeah.
Where they
Right.
did that suck me out like you're sucking it out of a vacuum. Well, we didn't do that on this record. When I played my track, that hi-hat part I actually did live. I did that part. I made it go shh with my playing with no effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adjust
So that's cool.
your camera, Mike. All I can see is like the bottom half of your face. There you go. Yeah, come up a little higher.
Okay. Higher this
No,
way?
the other way.
This way?
There you go.
Okay, sorry.
You're still
we'll
like,
get it right.
all I
on
can
the
see is
next
your
one.
mouth.
Oh, that sucks. I can see my whole body.
I can see
your mouth.
He walked right into that one. That's
It's like one of those Japanese movies. Right?
it's it. Well, I can say, guys, if you want to do that.
All right, that's funny, man. No, just kidding.
That's perfect. But you know, we listened to what did we listen to? 8 songs right now, 7 songs, and it's just one's so different from the other, but it just all ties in so good. I mean, it's really it's a fantastic album. Like I said, I can't keep saying it. You know, I say it so many times, but it really is. You guys hear me? I don't know if I lost you.
Yeah,
You guys
no,
hear
we're
me?
here. We're
Okay,
here.
We're
good.
here. Can you see my mouth?
Yeah.
Now we can see him.
Hey, man. That's okay.
Hey, for this episode, the last song I wanted to play is obviously the Hurricane Statement song, which is "I'm On to You."
Right.
You guys hit what, it was 33 on the Billboard charts back then, but it's another song, like we said in this episode, is one that just rides through your head. When you know that song, you automatically have it running and you sing along with it. But I think adding Mikey in it this time, for this updated version. Tell us about that. I mean, because obviously what Kelly did was classic back then, and it was a signature song back then. But Mikey kind of brings it to the modern side now, and I really like what he did. Tell us about that.
Well,
Or Dan, I'm sorry, I'm saying Mikey, and I'm saying have Mikey.
Well, Mikey did
with,
too. Yeah.
Well, I changed it too. I mean, the groove was changed with me as well as, all of us. We changed the whole groove. Instead of playing it so straight and so 80s style back in the day, I mean, look, not a lot of bands had swagger back then. They didn't have that funkiness. I mean, it just wasn't relevant. It just wasn't what that music.
Right.
So we brought a little bit more because all of us kind of play a little more funkier. We've all got, like a disco funky background to our lives. So when Robert was kind of like talking about how he perceived it, he would always tell me, I want it to have more swagger. I want it to bounce more, not so straight down the line, and
right.
The way I play is more like that because of my background, playing with a lot of R&B acts and stuff back in the day, so I came up with more of a dance feel to it, more like, rather than, like the other way was more like just like kind of like doom cut doom cut doom, and I brought more like doom cut doom cut doom cut doom. I brought more of that to it, right. And then it set the other guys up to kind of play a little bit more looser, more tick. We wanted to bring that more bounce to it, doom cut doom cut doom cut doom. So right. That's kind of what we did to change it there. So that changed the whole dynamic of the tune just by that part. When me and Tony locked in, on the groove,
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what, yeah.
Yeah. Well, another reason we brought the song we wanted to re-record the song. Is for one, we all loved the song, and two, we were curious to see what it would sound like with Mikey on drums and Dan on vocals. We were curious, and we liked what we heard. And it's like Mikey said, he brought a more of a funkier feel to it, which changed the whole dynamic of the song, gave it a lot of swagger, and that's kind of what we were trying to do with it. So that's one reason why we brought it back. It came out really good with Dan and Mike, performing on it. The other reason is, it's to get it out there so people can hear that version of it, and they'll remember the song, and they'll remember that we did it, and we put it out there for that reason as well. Not to, because we couldn't have wrote another song, but we just liked the song so much, we felt it deserved another shot on this album with a different feel and a different vibe to it, which Mikey and Dan brought that to it. So,
and I know we discussed this too, and I think it was a good idea. Ties in what Reconnected's all about. It's like you guys are back, but here's the new Hurricane. You remember what we had.
Right.
Here's the new guys. And really listen. I think the fans. The fans that. And a lot of bands always say, well, we need to have this back. This, and you have fans like that. But I encourage really, step out of the box. Really listen to what these guys are doing right now. Yeah, it was the past, obviously, but this future is just as good, and it's an album that you're really with if you're a Hurricane fan.
And it really doesn't matter who's in the band. I mean, yeah, we want the right guys in the band, but it's just like, the way I look at it, it's just like your sports team. I mean, you have a Raiders hat on. You're obviously a fan of the Raiders. They change players every year, but you still root for the team. So, that's how I look at, the music business. It changes just like sports teams do. Personnel and bands, they change. And a lot of people don't like it, but they got to understand that people want to do different things, and they have things in their life going on, and they can't do it, or they don't want to do it. And,
or health issues.
In our case, we're who we are now, and we can't change that. It's going to be, great no matter what we do with it. So it's going to be great for us. We're going to have a good time with it.
Right. And I'm a Steeler fan, actually, Tony, but I'm an NFL fan, so I wear
I am
all
too,
the hats, man. Right?
Yeah, they change players all the time, and you still root for your favorite team.
Yeah, just like basketball too.
Yeah, same thing.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't change anything. I mean, you're still going to root, and it's the same with the bands. I mean, obviously people, don't like to, step out of that box a little bit. They get set with, hey, this is the way it was, and I don't want to hear it change. But, and a lot of that, I think that for making that happen, it's just, the one thing and not growing to the great music that's still out there. Doesn't matter who's in the band. I hear that about Foreigner all the time when we talk about isn't Foreigner anymore because none of the originals are there. And I said, well, the original guys are the ones that put this together. Mick Jones is the one that said he brought this lineup in. Still great. And these Hurricane songs are, and you just have Dan doing the vocals and Mikey, and it sounds fantastic. I mean, it's about loving the music and what these guys do, and I think that's
right. At it exactly.
Yeah. Sometimes change is hard for people, but we all change.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything changes.
Exactly.
Even listen to people's records, when they start doing a record from their first album to their fourth record, it all changes. It's different decades of music. You change, you metamorphosize into something different, and why would you want something to sound the same? So like you want the first record to sound like the second one and the second one to sound like the third one? I mean, where's the fun in that?
That's exactly.
So sometimes I don't understand what fans are trying to accomplish by being so critical sometimes, and like, well, dude, I mean, when you buy cars, they change too. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's like
right.
the bodies, what you get in them. I mean, the price too, of course, but I mean, we have to pay that price too. You know what I mean? Everybody does, right? More money, less money, whatever, right? If you want to drive a classic car, go buy an older record,
Right. Well, a lot of people can't accept new bands with different personnel. They can't accept it, but the music is still there. The music is very good for a lot of bands, and people move on. You know what? I mean, for instance, we get people always asking, why doesn't Kelly come back? Well, Kelly, he's busy with Foreigner, and he's, I don't think he's going to, do anything after Foreigner finishes their farewell tour. From what I read anyway, he wants a smaller life. So that means he's going to stop for at least for a while. And, but we're happy with what we got with Dan, so there's no reason to step backwards. There's no reason at all. Dan does a great job, and we really, support what he does. And there's no reason to go back.
Yeah.
Right.
We're all evolving.
I agree with you.
We're all evolving, we have to evolve,
everything evolves, we all do,
right.
Yeah, you can't force something that is natural.
That's right.
That's right.
And you look at Kelly did was fantastic, and like that line is here, and now this is the new, and you really give it a chance, because it's that's what I just want to let everybody know, that let it evolves. Give it a chance. Don't look at it.
Yeah, and we're keeping the integrity. We're keeping the integrity of the band. I mean, we're still an 80s rock band. I mean, and some of the bands, honestly, they lose that. They don't keep a grip on that part, and that's the trick, is being able to still give the audience and the fans that you already have, that have known you guys forever, right? Or any band, to keep that and to evolve at the same time as well. It's a very hard trick to do. It's not like, we sounded like one thing, and all of a sudden now, if this was an album that we put out new, all of a sudden it sounded like Godsmack. You know what I mean? I'm not to say that they're a great band. I love Godsmack. But I mean, really, like, you really want us to culturally change that much? Some bands actually try to reinvent themselves like that. And that's not what you should be doing. You should be concentrating, on the values of what you really are, have always been as the band. Evolve your music, yeah, but try to keep the sense still there, Don't turn into something completely different. And some bands lose it, and they do. And it's like, then people are like, whoa, how come this album sounds completely different than what they've been doing in the past? That could be a shell shock, but we tried to keep it still, in the boundaries of where we need to be, It's hard to write like that, dude. It's really hard to write like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you guys did a great job with this. I mean, every song just all ties in, and the album fits together so well too. I mean, from
Kick it off
all the way through. I mean, it flows nicely. It gives you it keeps the classic. It brings the modern. It ties into, like with I'm On to You.
fast forward into the future.
And it's a great way that it comes together with Reconnected. I think it ties in with that word perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did you want to play I'm On To You for the people by chance?
Yep, we're gonna roll with it right now. So now we got the background.
And that
that's it.
Right?
That's it. Everybody remembers this one, and everybody's gonna continue to remember this one.
So let's roll with it.
we are on to you.
That's it. That's a great. It's a great version too. I mean, you guys didn't change it a ton. You stayed true to the
Swag it
original.
up a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
we
it.
just,
We just
And
wanted
it's,
a different feel.
yeah, we just changed the groove a little bit. That's
Yeah.
all. But the song is the same song.
I actually like the way this rolls better too, because it's a little faster, and what more can I say? It sounds great.
Funny, John, though, this tempo is actually the same. Because we lined it up with the other song on purpose to make sure that the tempo is the same.
Just juiced it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
the feel changes the excitement, you know?
Right.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. Yeah, so that's cool that it fooled you.
Yeah.
It definitely did. It definitely did. It sounds good though. I mean, it's great to hear you two guys on it too. You know, Mike, you and Dan, and what you guys bring that different element. It's almost like like a little more juice. You know what I mean? It's like for this time period to wake a few people up. You know, the ones that were sleeping on Hurricane. Hey, these guys are back, man, and we're ready to
Well,
go.
Hurricane, for all intents and purposes, Hurricane was a dead horse. And we whipped it back alive again.
That's it.
Now we're going to ride again.
That's it. I'm glad you guys are back. I really,
Yeah.
it's being a longtime fan, it's just like what I said when I first saw that, that you guys are bringing out a new album. I was very happy, to say the least.
Yeah. Well, good. We were happy to do it. A lot of work, but it was what we do. So
That's it.
You
You guys,
are good. Everything's going. People are buying. I mean, we've got, the labels keep us up to date. With our group, Hurricane, and
yeah.
they say.
yeah, I know it's doing well. I mean, I could see. I mean, I even get responses on some of the posts, and people messaging me that are friends of mine or acquaintances saying, "Hey, I have the new Hurricane album ordered." Or I think a lot of that is if we present it, to these people that are fans that maybe the older stuff and they don't like to make that change.
Yeah,
And I had a
even not even like judgment before they even listen to it, man. At least before you spit it out.
right. Well, I have a friend that saw. He said, but Kelly back was couldn't even see or hear vocally. A chance, man. He goes, this guy's.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Just
Yeah.
give it a listen. Great.
Yeah.
And roll with it.
Yeah.
We'll keep sharing it. Thank everybody that listened in. We apologize for. When you do live shows like this, you never know what you're going to get.
That's
we're
right.
not ABC or NBC. We're to share some great music and have people get a chance to enjoy this album and really get it out there. So next show, Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Sharing it out there. We're going to run this one, the next one, exclusively on YouTube. And we're going to make sure we share the links because we want you fans to be able to call in, interact with and definitely to hear this music. So we got another show coming up, 7 p.m. Pacific. So we're ready to go. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this.
Thanks for having us, John, and we'll see you in a few hours.
John, thank you so much. Sorry for
my. Better believe it.
Sorry about that.
Well, it happens.
Oh, that's all right, Mike. I mean, it's all experimental here, man.
Yeah.
All right, my brother.
All right, guys.
We'll talk soon.
Great job. We'll talk on the next show.
See you, John.
Okay. See you guys. Thanks,
See
everybody.
you guys.
All right.